Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today is a reaction from NECRIT, and it's going to be on that new Ahri skin that's $500. So I'm a little out of the loop on it, but I've definitely heard about it because of, I mean, it's kind of hard not to hear about it if you're listening to anything League of Legends news related. So I wanted to get the explanation straight from the source, from NECRIT himself, and we're just going to dive into this. You guys grab a snack, chill out, relax. We're going to react to this new NECRIT video.
Look, I'm not sure what to say. Can we go back to the $200 skins?
I mean, $500 for a skin is
Riot
crazy.
finally revealed what is happening with Faker's skins. It all started with Faker's mini documentary getting a teaser. Then we got a semi-cinematic trailer for the skins connected to this.
Oh, there's a trailer.
Then we got a reveal of those skins. And then we learned about the pricing.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
After testing out just how many players would be buying the $200 skins, Riot decided to step up their game and test out just how many players are able to take a loan.
Yeah, it's gotta be a test, right?
So without further ado, let's have a look at what is actually happening here.
Okay.
Of course, all of this is tied
Hall
to
of
something
Legends.
new called the Hall of Legends, a website that is currently giving honor to Faker. Perhaps the best League of Legends player, who is also just widely considered the best gamer in the world in general. It is truly incredible to see what Faker was able to accomplish. So some kind of giving honor makes sense here. I mean, if you just
But a
scroll through the
$500
website,
skin?
you will see some quick recaps of what Faker did. After which, the website immediately dives into the Halls of Legends.
I mean, the
event.
skin looks cool.
That's right, this is not just about giving honors to the players. It is also about the players giving up their money. However, as much as we may be joking here, the first microtransaction that's revealed here is pretty good. At least compared to other league standards. Because remember, all in-game purchases are subjective because Riot are the ones setting up the prices. So first, we got the Hall of Legends Event Pass.
Okay, so like a Battle
Pass.
Pass.
We got a whole new Battle Pass with this, which is still priced within League's reasonable window. Although it is still about $5 more expensive than all the other passes.
So 1950 what?
So
RP
for
points?
about $20, expect 100 levels of unlockable rewards.
Okay.
And here, I really want you to remember that this has 100 rewards, okay? Just keep that 100 in your
Are they
head.
terrible
And
or
here
something?
You honestly get quite the bang of rewards. The main prize here is going to be the Risen Legend LeBlanc, which is your standard epic quality skin. Together with this, you will also get all the SKT T1 skins for all the champions that Faker played, 125 Mythic Essence, which is pretty good, that is about 1/2 of one of the most prestigious skins, and a lot of Faker-themed items.
So far, the pass seems
There are 40 new
okay.
icons and emotes. The Broccoli Baron title, which is an obvious joke about Faker and the broccoli. The Hide on Bush Ward, which I believe is a reference to Faker waiting in bushes with his Rise. The Unkillable Demon King banner, which is another reference to his nickname. And 6 loot orbs, each of which should have at least one skin inside. So as you can see, for about $20, that is a lot.
$20.
I would actually say that is a pretty good purchase if you play League of Legends a lot. Because remember,
so far so
it
good,
is
right?
Still a battle pass. You have to play the game to get all of these. You don't just get them, even though that's what you paid for. But alas, such is the fate of battle passes. So far so good, right? Wrong! Let's have a look at the second microtransaction. Here, you can buy a standalone skin. A skin that has some legendary quality features, but it is not a full rework of the animations. Still, this one will cost you $50. Which in reality is a whole bundle.
Ahri skin, Hall of Legends Pass,
buy this skin as a standalone item. Now this bundle will also give you the Hall of Legends Battle Pass, which means that technically the skin is only $30. But it is a marketing trick. They still made you buy things in bulk. So
they're still bundling things together.
At $50. And what makes this one special is not just Faker's name attached to it. It does have some unique features.
Okay.
The skin has a special taunt that actually gives you a number of all your takedowns.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's kinda it. You also
Okay.
have your special border and an icon and an emote. But those are kinda standard these days.
Okay,
And
okay.
no, I don't count getting the actual champion as a bonus. So on top of the quality of a normal epic skin, you are just paying extra $10
Yeah, Ahri as a
for
champion,
an
that's kinda
emote
weird.
that shows you your takedowns.
I mean, I guess if you
Which
don't have
is
Ahri at this point.
not the best, but it is still not that bad. No,
Okay,
if we
it's
want
gonna get
to go
worse and
bad,
worse.
we need to turn
Oh,
a
no.
microtransaction into a macro transaction.
Uh-oh.
And we do that by raising the price 6 times.
It goes straight
That's
from 50
right,
to
as the gaming
500?
company trend goes these days. This
Immortalized
skin
and signature.
has multiple tiers for purchase.
Oh, boy.
I mean, where did Riot get this idea? Ubisoft? And yes, we are jumping up from the price of $50 all the way to
Whoa.
32,000 RP, or in other words, about $300.
Jeez.
That is already more than the $200
That's
skins.
so
And
much
this one
money.
is not even part of a gacha system, so you have to buy it for that high
What are
price
you getting
directly.
versus the
It's
$50?
supposed to be better. I'm not sure if it is. Well, as it tends to be, upon seeing this high price,
Mhm.
people usually look at what they can get for that price to see if it is justified.
Right.
So, let's have a look at what we get. So, for the extra $250, you get an upgraded version
Immortalized
of the skin.
Ahri
This
skin.
skin has an extra feature. It evolves. Based on the video, you get credit for destroying structures or killing opponents, and after getting enough points, the skin evolves. Which pretty much
Okay.
just turns her dress black and it turns her tails into a bunch of foxes. Admittedly, it looks pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it
And
looks
there
good.
is also a third evolution, which essentially turns the skin into a prestige version, but that's only up during her ultimate. So when
Okay.
the ultimate goes off, she transforms back. Although while it's up, apparently she also gets unique HUD elements on screen. Now, if you look directly at all the things
What else are we
listed
getting?
here in this
Custom
bundle,
visual
you have
announcer?
the unique transformations, which we just mentioned.
Yeah.
But here we learned that each transformation also has unique voice lines. But apparently,
Okay.
the skins also get a custom visual announcer, which I assume is not a new voice for the announcer. It should really be just a
Custom
new border
visual
around
announcer.
the words "First Blood." Then, this skin also has a unique animation for destroying towers and killing enemies. It is this fox slamming down, which looks like a finisher from Valorant. And all things considered, this should be an entirely new thing.
I mean-
as far as I am aware, finishers don't exist in League of Legends, even though they exist in every other Riot game. So from a marketing perspective, I have to advise you. Don't get baited into buying an expensive skin because
Yeah.
it has some features
They're gonna
that
start-
other skins don't.
They're gonna start doing that in
Eventually,
the future
after
now with
this feature
finishers or
gets
whatever.
tested, it is extremely likely we will see other finishers in the game.
Exactly.
Maybe it will be turned into a separate cosmetic.
Once you
That's what would make sense.
Once you create this into your game one time and people purchase it, they're gonna start making more and more of them for you to
Once
purchase
the
in the future.
Pandora's
It's
box
just
gets
how it
opened,
works.
it will be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And it happens in literally every live service game ever.
Mm-hmm.
So don't buy it just for the finisher. Anyway, next, it also gets mentioned that you get everything from the previous bundle. So,
Okay.
pretty much just the border icon and
$250
emote, and
difference, though.
also the battle pass. There is also a holographic
like it's a typo or
immortalized
something, man.
splash art, which sounds way too cool for an animated splash art which you are only going to see during champion select. So you will see it exactly for like 60 seconds. There is
Yeah.
also a dynamic profile background, which I assume is the exact same animation which you can see on screen right now,
Mm-hmm.
except you will see it on your profile. An immortalized border, so a cooler version.
It's just
of
a
the
lot of
previous
cosmetics
border,
for
and new
$300,
icon and
which-
emote. So a cooler version of the previous.
But like, how
icon and
often are you gonna
emote.
look at it?
So really, you don't get much from the previous pack. And that
Okay.
should be what justifies the $250.
Wow.
It means you are paying for the transformation feature, and that is honestly it.
Yeah.
You are raising it from an epic skin to a legendary skin for $250.
That's insane.
But, if you look down there,
There's a
you know
so
that's
here's the
not it.
$500
We all
version.
know that there is also the third
So there's a
bundle.
$200
So,
difference.
let's rip the band-aid off. So, for over double the price,
Wow.
or 59,260 RP, or in other words, almost $520,
$520.
the new features better get
What's the difference
mind-blowing.
here? Come on.
And do you know what? They will
I
blow your
see
mind.
title final
Just
boss
not
faker.
sure it's gonna be in a good way. So,
Okay.
on top of the skin evolving for another $250, which overall is more than the minimum wage of many countries around the world.
I could buy
the
a
skin
freaking
gets the
PlayStation
new
5 or Xbox.
Faker's signature move, which shows Faker
Like-
above Ahri. Yeah. Also, you have
Okay.
Faker's structure finisher, which gives you a bit of red smoke around the tower when you destroy it, and the
Stop.
signature pops
That's
up.
it?
Next, you also have the final boss Faker title, which, first of all, that is a weird title.
Final
Would
boss
I be
Faker.
the final boss Faker NECRIT? Doesn't really have the ring to it. But also, I am pretty sure people will get bullied if they are caught with
Yeah,
this
like
title,
my
just
initial
me.
thought when I saw that title, it's like whoever actually uses that title is just going to be called out immediately. So it puts a target on you.
Have with the $200.
So it's not a
green
good
skin.
thing.
Then, of course, there is yet another border with yet more icons and
The
emotes.
signature border
So
and the
again,
signature
previous
banner and the
ones
signature
lose their
splash art.
value. There is also a
That's
new
not
signature
worth it.
splash art, which is exactly the same as the previous one, except this one is signed. Just to remind you, that is a digital signature.
It's a digital
on your
signature.
screen
It's not a
for
real
$500.
signature. Yeah, like
Then it
what?
mentions you also get everything from the previous bundles,
Okay.
which is pretty much the transformation feature of the skin and the battle pass. You also get a special chroma recolor of the LeBlanc skin and a special recolor for all the T1 skins of the champions that Faker played.
Right.
But lastly, and most importantly, you also get 100 pass levels.
Oh,
Now
that's
let me ask
Wait, was
you
that
a
not in the
question.
$300 version?
Do you remember the thing I told you to remember?
Yes, the 100 levels.
That's right. Why play a game that gives you rewards, which you paid for, when you can pay $500 and just skip everything and get all the rewards at once? What's crazy about this is that, yes, this is literally just you buying a digital signature and 100 level boosts. That
Yeah,
is
literally.
it. That is honestly wild.
Wow.
Like, look, if Faker doesn't personally come to my room and sign the tower I just destroyed, I'm not sure
He's
if
like,
it's worth
I
it.
need his actual
In fact,
signature,
now
please.
you might be asking, just who is this for? Well,
True.
let me tell you.
Good question.
It's for all the people who buy all the skins, regardless of what they are.
So it's
To which you
not
might
for the
argue,
majority of people.
Those people don't exist. To which I would reply, oh yeah, they
Somebody
do.
out there
I have
does.
the receipts. Those people are real.
Yeah.
They scare me, dude. Now, throughout
Yeah.
all of this, I have to let my opinion out. And
Okay.
the truth is, I don't really care what Riot is selling. It's a skin, and fortunately, a skin can't ruin gameplay.
I mean, the stupid argument is, well, you don't have to buy it, right? You don't have to spend $500, but it sets a precedent, right, for the future, because there are going to be these whales that buy skins. They're going to set the precedent for the future, meaning they're going to continue to do these kinds of things in the future, and it's just it's a slippery slope, right?
Of course, there are exceptions. So is League worse because this skin got released? Arguably not. So I'm not mad at Riot or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just think they've gone mad. Because I have no idea who
It's
could
a little
even
crazy.
like this. Also, I am mad.
Oh,
The drama is not over. You'll
Oh.
see some pretty awful things coming in just a second. Anyway,
Uh-oh.
this is supposed to be a celebration of Faker. Instead, it is a celebration of the people
Of
who
the
can afford to
$500
celebrate
skin.
Faker. And honestly,
it's not even about
I don't
Faker
think that's
anymore
gonna
at
be
this point.
many. I still think a lot of people will buy the base $50 version. that's gonna be
Yeah.
way more people than you probably think.
True, true.
A slightly
I agree.
smaller chunk of all of those people will actually go for the $250. It sounds ridiculous, but I actually believe that. But
That's insane to spend that
hopefully
much.
not too many people get baited into the $500 bundle.
I hope nobody.
That one is a joke. And what's the dumbest part about all of this is that I don't think Faker even gets a cut from this. Like, if Faker gets 90% of all
I
the
didn't even
profits,
think about
a
that.
lot more people would feel better about their
True.
illusion than
Right,
they are
if it
actually
benefited him in
supporting
some
an
way.
individual. But it's more likely that Riot will get most of the profits.
Wow.
And many people will feel like Riot is just leeching off of Faker, which in this
They
case,
probably are.
that's exactly what they might be doing.
Yeah.
So, apparently, that is indeed what's happening. Because on the website, they confirm that 30% of the profits will go to the entire team, which is reasonable because Faker wouldn't be where he is without a team. But not only is the 30% cut quite bad, but that also means that Faker directly gets even less. So
Yeah.
overall, the situation is not amazing. But don't worry, we are not done with the drama.
What else is there?
Because there is one more thing we have to mention. At the very bottom, there is also an FAQ for this skin.
Oh,
and
geez,
here
okay.
they talk about how long the event
Will it
be
return
up for,
annually?
what the Hall of Legends is about. They even talk about how
They're
the
going to do it in the
pricing
future
was
for other
decided.
pros.
Long story short, it is for those who are looking to flex their fandom.
Who wrote that?
For $500. Yeah,
Come
do you
on.
remember feeling pride and accomplishment? Also, in another question, they mentioned that this will return annually.
Yeah, they're going to
Yep,
do it
Riot
annually
plans to
with
release
new
a
pros and new skins.
$500 skin every year.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
that's not the worst part. Somehow, things get far worse. And I mean, this is the bottom of the barrel
boy,
of
what?
predatory
What?
practices.
Uh-oh.
Because after setting up this ridiculous price, and after trying to bait people into buying something they will absolutely regret buying the next year,
Right.
they drop the sickest line on the entire website.
Oh, no.
At current, this content is meant to be available for limited time only, and there are no plans to bring these cosmetics back. Likewise, there are no plans to add the Hall of Legends
So
cosmetics
they're making
to
it
loot
super
pools,
extra rare
including
behind $500.
rewards. That's right. This is a $500 FOMO. If it was just $500, who cares? It's a skin the world won't burn. But if you say, hey, that's a $500 skin,
You can get it right now and never again.
return.
Yeah.
Well, now you are absolutely
It's just sales
baiting
tactics, man,
people
that all
into
these video
buying.
game companies
This
use.
is
1000%.
without a doubt predatory because you are exploiting your own players' impulsiveness.
Yep.
And you know this is what you are doing because
yep.
this is an extremely common practice in sales. This is
Exactly what I
garbage.
said.
And even though before it was just jokingly bad, with this single line, any solidarity you could have had before was just destroyed. I understand that the feedback will be harsh, and I understand that the prices will not change as a result. But this should not be a limited purchase. There is
He's saying
no
it should be
reason to do
available.
it, and you are
Because you're creating
actually
this
harming
FOMO
people. So
aspect.
please, Riot, reconsider this. And that
Hopefully they watch his
is
videos.
the $500 skin explained. I honestly don't even
stuff.
know how we got to this point. It all started with prestige skins, then we got some mythic essence.
Well, there's the $200
we got
skin.
$200 skins, and now we are up to $500.
That's
like, honestly,
insane.
What's gonna be next? There has to be a $1,000 bundle one day, right? Like
There
that is
might
where
be.
we are
There
going.
literally
There's, like,
might be.
nothing else that can be done now. Every video game under the sun has multiple editions that have ridiculous prices. And now, why do skins have the same thing?
It's a
And what's worse
skin
is that it is
for
confirmed that it will be
$500.
coming back annually, so it will be a $500 annual FOMO. And you know what's the
Well, we
worst
don't know
about
if they're going to do
all of
500
this?
next year, but still.
Riot warned us. They warned us with the tag they put on their trailer.
Expensive Ahri. No way. So, okay, I mean, like I said earlier in my reaction, it sets a precedent for the future, and clearly it already did. They're going to be doing it annually. But it really, like, this is how I make purchases. You guys might make purchases differently in your lives, however you do it. But like, when I take the $500 price point, right? What I immediately do before I make a purchase that big or that large is I'm like, okay, what else can I get for $500? And I start comparing, right? Like I said a little bit earlier, you could buy a new console, a whole console with a few games actually at this point. Like, is that worth more than just having a skin in League of Legends? If you don't play League of Legends every day, it might not be worth it, right? Unless your like actual job is playing League of Legends or something. I don't know. I mean, this was a great explanation from NECRIT on the whole, just like overall what was being offered and everything like that. Obviously, he didn't go into the drama itself, but I really don't need to hear the drama. The drama is essentially just how expensive everything is for a League of Legends skin. I know there was already a little bit of drama with the $200 skin. I think that was for Jin, if I recall. But like the fact that they just leaped so far ahead. Obviously, you're getting these other things with the $500 bundle, but it's not, you know what I mean? Going from $200 to $500 is just a huge step up. I definitely want to hear from you guys, though, in the comments. Please let me know your initial thoughts. Let me know any other little tidbits about this whole drama that's going on. I think this sets a huge precedent for like even other game developers. I mean, other games that have like cosmetics and skins like that. I mean, they could start doing this in the future. Like, I don't know, maybe World of Warcraft will start having some $500 bundle, or Overwatch, or any other sort of like a multiplayer game, right? They might start doing these things that are so expensive, cosmetics, that like Riot set the precedent first, and now others are going to start doing it. So I don't know. That's my take on it, guys. I think it's pretty stupid. Obviously, just don't buy it, but it's not a good thing that Riot did this, obviously. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Peace.